Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
You all have been brought here because I have identified you all as potential of the most investable or most valuable businesses on the blocks. Welcome to The Blox, the greatest show on entrepreneurship.
Oh my God.
Shit's about to get real.
It is amazing! Entrepreneurs from all walks of life have been chosen from across the country to compete to determine who is the greatest startup on the block.
There's 60 other people here that have good businesses that are here for a reason.
Oh shit, this is crazy.
They're competing in a series of workshops, one-on-one consults, pitches, and exercises graded, ranked, and quantified by world-class coaches whom have all proven themselves as entrepreneurial superheroes. Well. You all have been brought here because I have identified you all as potential of the most investable or most valuable businesses on the blocks. And I am here to get a little bit more information with my friends. Genius, what are we gonna do to scale?
Yeah, what we're gonna do to scale is we are going to create a best-in-class training program where we partner with potentially maybe companies like Lynn that can get us actors with a leadership training program to basically put the rock stars in front of classrooms with state-of-the-art, innovative, pop culture-based curriculum. So we have to replicate me and Det so we can work on the business and not in the business.
Rate tracker. Let's talk cost of customer acquisition or lifetime value of customer. Do you have any idea of what those numbers look like?
So our average, we have two types of offerings. We do like regular accounts and then point of sale accounts. The average gross profit for a point of sale account is $229 a month, and our average gross profit for non-POS merchants is about $180 a month. My name is Adam Neese. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, and I'm the founder of Rate Tracker. Rate Tracker is a free software for small business owners that take credit cards, and it helps them immediately identify when their rates and fees go up from their credit card processor, and it allows them to be educated about an industry that has been known for, let's just say, a lot of gray area. I'm here because I have a cool product that solves a real problem for small business owners. I have an awesome team, and we're planning on disrupting the industry and adding some unforeseen transparency, integrity, not regulation per se, but more accountability for these big banks and processors. And ultimately, I believe that we're on the forefront of a massive disruption in an industry that is huge. I'm a full-time husband and father, and one of the things that entrepreneurship that I love so much about it is that my life is designed around my family, right? So my calendar is my own, and I have time periods throughout the day where my phone goes off, it's away, it's on my desk, and I'm fully there with my family. And the best advice I ever got was like 4 years ago before I started my business. And a very wise woman told me to design everything around my family, and that's what I did. And it allows me to be fully present, take care of my family. That's what matters most. We're hitting singles and doubles over here with acquiring clients. Our average customer, to answer your question, customer acquisition cost, it varies because what we do is we buy point of sale systems for the merchants, knowing that we're going to get that client and keep them for 10 years, and it's an awesome use of money.
I'll pause. What is the next, what are we gonna do? How are we going bigger? What's the play? I heard something this morning that I hated. Is it still the same thing?
It is. Can I change your mind?
Sure.
Okay, so I want to do the dog park and bar, and as I was pitching to him, the point is to increase. I apologize. I'm spacing. Bert, sorry. I'm trying to increase the LTV that I have of current customers by providing them an experience and capturing them on another entity of life. I don't have them when they're at home with their dog. I only have them when they're away. So I want to do a dog park and bar play that's complementary to my services and then integrate it phase 3, 4, and 5.
Bohitch, talk any sort of intellectual property. Is there anything protecting this?
We were patent pending. We filed for the full patent a year and a half ago, so we're just waiting on that. The Bohitch logo is trademarked.
Andrea, a lot of the success you've had so far is with your card and your art, and I love the engine of growth that you've gotten. But the question is, are you going to be able to bottle all that up with the dolls, and how? It almost feels like more of why not sell more cards if that's where the bulk of the revenue is coming with.
Well, I'm not actually getting out of selling cards. I've just shifted that distribution to U.S. Games, so now they can fulfill an immaculate number of decks that I never was going to ever be able to do from my house on my own. That allows me the time to now put into the doll project all the other toys that will come behind it. And when I get done fulfilling my own dreams of my own toys, I have a very good eye for other artists, and I plan to turn this into a venture where I bring in other artists to teach them how to make as many things as I know how to make off of one piece of art.
New York. This technology, though, isn't yours.
Well, the chips themselves are not something I invented, right? NFC chipping goes back to the 40s in the Friendly or Foe program, and it was patented back in the early 70s. So no, NFC chipping is not something that we control or anybody really controls at this point. It's pretty open source at this point. Decentralized blockchains obviously are open source as well. So most of this is actually a process, and it's our deep bench of artists locally and emerging artists in New York who we're working with. I'm an artist myself as well, and we'll be creating some of the graphic design and the design of the apparel itself.
Vesper, what are you going to do to expand?
Well, I kind of look at my business plan as a bit of a pyramid, so I'd like to look into doing Vesper Image as an image consulting firm as a funnel to get clients to go to Vesper Salon. And before the supply chain really started to become a problem, I was ready to go to market with a hair care brand, Vesper Beauty. It's trademarked. I had barcodes, product names, packaging, formulas ready to go, and then the supply chain got really, really bad, so I just halted it. But obviously it's, image consulting gets them over to Vesper Salon, and then they use Vesper Beauty products. And so I kind of look at it as a bit of a pyramid, but I would like to create a brand.
Is the two product and investment products that you discussed in tonight's Blox-Off true? As in, like, there's basically a passive one that is a little bit more short-term in nature, maybe a little bit more mailbox in nature, and then the other one is in the Master LLC, which would distribute to essentially would funnel all future products.
Right, correct. Yeah, so we buy 4 properties a year, so you can invest in any one of those properties passively for mailbox money, just like a typical client, or you can invest in my Master LLC, which I guess you get ownership of the properties that I already own and any future properties that we buy, and then we would sell out 10 years down the road, whenever that would be. Describe
the product that is the bulk of that revenue in 2022.
At this, in 2022, it was...
Are you combining the maps from the previous, or you're combining revenue from both companies?
And in fact, by the way, didn't mention though, that there's also a hybrid product we make for New York locations. We can access MTA subway material to show your location, right? So there's the purely subway products that we make to sell at retail, that we sell to wholesalers. There's the hybrid product, which is New York MTA plus custom, and then there's the fully custom map. So it's kind of like, I would say right now it's probably like 40% subway, 35% hybrid, and the balance is pure mapped gear. But that's where we feel our big potential is. Because subway line, which we've been doing for 27 years, has a lid on it. Only stores in New York City carry it, right? So although we'll get some website orders, but mostly it's that.
I think that we should kind of wrap up here unless you guys have any questions.
Yeah. Let's go. We just gotta go hard.
I'm Brett Matlick. I'm from Keokuk, Iowa. My company is Dr. Getwell's. Dr. Getwell's is a bar and grill. It's medically themed. We do entertainment there, trying to kind of learn how to take it to the next level by franchising it and having other locations. I got 3 beautiful little girls. They take up a lot of time, and that's why I keep myself busy and try to keep growing, give them a good life. And I'm into sports, video games, basketball, real competitive, so everything I do, darts, shuffleboard, I'm real competitive at.
My name is Crystal Green. I am a mom of 5, and I live in Minnesota with my husband and my children. And I am the owner of Warrior Beauty Tribe. Warrior Beauty Tribe is a mission to help entrepreneurs that struggle with everyday issues, whether or not that's physical or emotional disabilities and just the day-to-day issues that we struggle with. We provide encouragement and motivation and training to help them cope with the skills that they need so that they can succeed in their businesses. I am married to the love of my life. We've been married forever. We have 5 children. Up until 2 years ago, we homeschooled for 8 years. My children range from the ages of 4 all the way to almost 18, and they're just amazing. They're incredible kids. We're like crying. Why is that? Like, they're super, super, like, I'm so blessed to have the kids in the family that I have. The support that we have, the things we've overcome in the last few years have been so hard. And to have that emotional support and to have, like, my husband is my rock. Like, he's at home with all 5 kids right now, so I can do this. So yeah, we're really blessed to have them, and they're awesome and they're creative and they're funny, and one day they're going to be in these same shoes because they're all just like that brilliant mindset, and I love them.
Okay, let's talk about tech stacks. We want y'all to start looking at yourselves like technology companies. I like the phrase tech-enabled businesses in the sense of your product isn't a piece of technology in and of itself.
Well, first things first, if you're trying to scale your business, you can't do everything, right? There has to be either someone doing it or some type of automation tools to get these major behind the scenes back office things done and to get it done a lot quicker.
They're going to be competing against huge corporations.
Scaling is like super painful, okay? Because usually it means you have to put trust in other people.
I want to acknowledge that when we are scaling, it's not just necessarily the production of our product. Scaling could mean the solving of any issue in your entire business whatsoever. The job of a CEO is not to have a job at all. Their job is to sit in a room and think about how to steer the ship. Their job is to lead and build a culture that is disseminated down to all the areas of their company that can and will scale.
I think every company in the world could be more scalable if they took the time to look inward to see if they have processes that can be enhanced by technology, or if they look over and see if they can enhance their employee relations, right? Make everything smoother, makes the boat go faster.
However Starbucks started was probably no more innovative than any other coffee shop in Seattle. And then they started expanding and replicating and franchising and whatever that growth model was until they eventually went public. And then when they went public, they had to disclose what all their assets were. But the largest piece of the pie of what they claimed their value was in the software that made it possible to run all of those places from a singular headquarters. Meaning how they're able to have what I'm assuming are tens of, if not hundreds of thousands of retail locations across the world is they are a software business. And to the average person, you look at it and you say, that is a coffee company. They sell beans and water. And it's not. It's a software company that just happens to have a sprinkle of beans and water. We will use the word tech stack a lot today. The other synonyms for this, technology infrastructure or solution stack, it doesn't matter what these things are called. Quite frankly, you are a little bit of a tool to use the phrase tech stack to begin with.
I have not heard the term tech stack before, no.
I personally define it as just all of the tools that you have to make you do less work.
That for every department in your company, there are great, phenomenal, proven pieces of technology out there that can solve those problems for you. Any job that we go to hire for, we cannot hire someone to do a job that we haven't yet done 100% ourselves, because we're the ones whose money and time and reputation is on the line. Employees are not hunters. We are. We have to go trek out into the woods with our bow hitch. You cannot tell a young person in that tribe, here's your bow hitch, feed the tribe. They'll fail. We've got to do it ourselves and mentor them through the process and teach them how to do it. And because of it, we have to do it all first.
the best thing that I got from this is that I can still personalize it and it'll still be embedded with my culture and who I am, even though it's not really coming from me.
The biggest value that any of you or your employees have are their thoughts, right? And being able to put their thoughts into whatever energy and whatever role that they have. All these tools that you can surround them with make them more efficient so that their thoughts are more efficient and their best effort. And then that's the idea of that tech stack and putting all of that together so that your team is the most effective, it's the most efficient.
We need to know what the idiosyncrasies of the job are. We need to know what the close rate is. We need to know what types of questions they'll get at each different part of a customer interaction. We need to know all that stuff because when we go to train, they need to learn it and we can't throw them to the wolves.
My name is Honor Drew. I am from Baltimore, Maryland, and I am the CEO of Honor Vision LLC. You come to us to honor your vision. When it comes to consulting, whether it's one to assess your program or your business, let's say you need someone to do project management, to bring your idea to life. If you need staff development, let's say you're a human and you are stagnant, you just want to elevate, you come to us to honor your vision. Honor is a grandmother. A mother, I am an authenticity seeker, I'm an actress, I am a rebel, I'm all about energy. I'm on a healing journey right now, so I've really been understanding who I am and who this newer version is and just forever evolving because change is the only constant for the better though. So yeah, I'm honored. I try to live by my name as best as I can.
All right, here we are, the very last exercise. You're going to be given 15 minutes to craft a 3-minute pitch on what an aspirational tech stack will look like in your business, meaning a combination of stuff that you already have in your tech stack or things that you are going to add to your tech stack over the course of, let's say, the next year. For each of the following categories: lead generation and or nurturing, social media, customer organization, and revenue capturing.
I don't do half of these things right now, so I have to figure out what I would do to use this technology to scale our business.
Okay, everyone disperse.
I think my pitch went well, considering. I think there, of course, as I was reflecting on it, there were probably things that I maybe would have, wanted to include.
For lead generation and nurturing, I would use Constant Contact and Simple Text. We already have Constant Contact and lots of emails. Simple Text would be a new service that we would need to utilize.
I want to start using Facebook ads, which we don't use at all right now, not one single bit, to get leads.
First, we use HubSpot, where we manage our Facebook ad campaigns and can better manage our analytics there. Those bring in email addresses, which we then use Zapier to send directly to ActiveCampaign.
The tools that we would love to incorporate into our tech stack would be MailChimp and Simple Texting for lead generation and nurturing.
We have a program called MindBody, which will help us to nurture our leads through email drip, text drip. It also coincides with an app called messenger.ai, which is the texting aspect of it, but it's all ran through MindBody, which is very efficient for us.
I start out with my lead generation. I create ads with Canva. Also going to use Jasper as a new thing to create the content or help with content.
So we'll utilize like Facebook Analytics, Facebook Ads, Google Marketing, and then as well as something called CrateJoy, which actually helps me to promote my box just all over their platform and others as well.
Another way that lead generation could come in would be a Calendly link on our website to schedule on the app, and then it will automatically enter into our CRM.
Salesforce not only can help me with lead generation and nurturing, it can also help me with capturing my revenue, and it's a CRM. And there's so many other options that you can use with Salesforce. It went well. I feel great. Out of all the days, outside of the first day, this is the first day where I was like,
I'm proud of myself. I did really well.
My pitch went pretty good. I hit Wes's requirements. I was very, very, very focused on that. I think I kind of paused and said a little too much though. I love to use the blog feature on Shopify because I'm a really good writer, it's just a talent I have. And so then I can add a lot of value that way and push it out to Facebook.
For social media, I'm going to use Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Facebook will be more like a combination of some diagrams and pictures as well as high value information about the branding industry for new businesses.
Our social media accounts, we're going to continue to grow them. We have our TikTok account with almost 700,000 followers, and we've continued to create that recipe, and we now have 5 total accounts where we monetize, and we're going to continue to make those videos.
I use Facebook Live and Instagram Live to answer questions and share tips to my audience. The video reels and lives push customers to access my link using Linktree.
Our social media is managed by a third party, and we have solid results from our vendor. Basically, whatever they want to do, they're going to do, and we're going to trust them and pay them well.
For social media, we're going to use Instagram, prioritize that because that's where we get the most traction, and TikTok, which is a new place that we think could match with the videos that we're already going to be creating for the masterclass, and utilize Hootsuite to schedule posting.
I found it to be challenging in the sense that it was about trying to leverage kind of the existing technology that we're using while also incorporating new technology, which I didn't fully understand or maybe know enough about. And so it was hard to kind of know like would I need multiple of these tools or which tools had multiple functions or functionalities.
Touch Gold means to just give your best effort in every single thing that you do. So the more people that see Touch Gold, more people that see my account and want to buy into that philosophy of giving your best effort, that makes me happy.
I would use Instagram to, post my food and my gaming system and letting, my customers know where I'm at for the week. And I will also use TikTok to make, really cool reels, show me cooking, show my food game and my gaming system, to try to go viral.
For social media, I use Airtable to build out my content calendars, basically functions like a creatives spreadsheet. It's really easy to be able to filter and sort and see kind of like what my schedule is for the month.
I'm going to use Canva. Canva is just beautiful and it's a very affordable monthly fee. And there are so many other things you can use for it. And then also Reels. The reason why I want to use Reels because it's connected to my Facebook catalog, which also helps me understand my lead conversion from online sales. And it also gives me insights.
I can capture basic information with the Wix CRM, such as their name, phone number, email. So that's why I use it. But then I also can capture their weight loss goals, and I can add additional notes or reminders as needed at any point in time. The exercise that I just did was fairly easy. It was easy because I'm already doing it. I just need to do a few tweaks and then run some tests to see if it's actually effective and just rinse and repeat to figure out what works and what doesn't.
And then I use HubSpot as my CRM. Inside of HubSpot, I'm able to sort people by what they already purchased or what they're interested in purchasing, or simply what made them laugh. Or it also measures for me what did they do? Did they buy? Did they click? Did they remain on this page for X amount of minutes?
For customer organization, I'm going to try and use Zapier and MailChimp for something new, just because it seems like it's the easier, more automated route.
Our CRM is called TSM Pro. You're going through your messages and you don't know who people are. Well, this CRM actually tells you as you track them with different post-it notes inside of the messenger of who they are. If they're a hot lead, warm lead, cold lead, if they're just a friend that you're talking to.
I'll use something like Pipeline to schedule and track the process. As I grow, I'll use that also to schedule and track as I gain more instructors, my staffing, videographers, people to, again, really help me build this video service. It's really a master class for how to become a private chef entrepreneur.
Through Stripe processing and using Ship Hero, I will manage the distribution of the sales. A welcome letter and thank you email will be sent via text to the new customers with a staff trained on Bamboo HR.
For customer organization, I have a CRM called Quark that I use that houses all of our client information as well as all of our data. I'm hoping to add Build-A-Trend, which is also a CRM that tracks more customizable client information as well as personalizes the experience.
And I also want to figure out a way to create a very specific customer profile on our clients so that we can know their personal goals and then we can nurture them and kind of check up on their goals, and then also like their learning type and personality and things like that.
I like Acuity scheduling because I can sort my clients by hotel, which is a very valuable information for me to see which locations are bringing me the most business. I think it went all right. You only get 3 minutes to get up there and get your point across. So I have all the answers to the question and all the things I want to say, but I think the hardest part is consolidating it down to get your point across quickly.
For revenue capture, we use QuickBooks First View credit card processing, as well as PayPal. Customer organization, I haven't used it yet. My buddies have been talking about it for a while, but RoofLink is a kind of an all-in-one, so is Leap to Digital. It allows us to keep track of the customers at the same time, as well as their project in 3D form that can go right back to them. They can track the progress through it and everything else.
I think it went great. I felt like I was engaging. I felt like my point was really clear and concise. Been trying to take little tidbits of everybody's conversations over how they want to do it. Didn't want to pitch too terribly much, but still wanted to get my points across and maybe not talk about the whole thing up front, but then kind of reiterate it on the back end.
I don't need a ton of revenue besides purchasing MailChimp subscription and the QActual subscription. We're kind of working that out. Hopefully figure something out that'll be a win-win for us that doesn't cost a ton of money now, or maybe pay him later.
Kyle, he did really well because he spoke from like purity. He was very authentic.
We also can, through our CRM system, collect payments. We can connect PayPal, we can connect Stripe.
I use Service Autopilot, which then transforms to Excel and then to QuickBooks, PayPal, and Venmo.
For revenue capturing, I'm going to use Square Invoicing, which is what I use now. They send automatic reminders to pay on time, and then it also keeps track of my expenses.
We don't really need to capture revenue from our payment processing clients because it's automated through our processors. We do have 2 merchant accounts, so we can easily collect money for point of sale systems and credit card equipment.
Afterpay, which allows them to break down the total cost into 4 payments.
I thought it was pretty simple, to be honest. I thought it was pretty straightforward because a lot of these text products we're already using. It was good to hear other groups as well, just because we learned about some new products as well that I think we could implement.
Finding the right contractors. So that's everything from our sales staff to our technology. We're going to be using the Mom Project to build out our suite of stay-at-home moms to help us change the world.
I'm going to hire a social media manager who knows about food, maybe he's good at photography. I'm going to pay them with half money up front, and then the other half will be bartering with my products, cakes or cookies, whichever they like.
A huge one that we need to focus on is hire a social media manager to help us best utilize that aspect of our business, because we've been so blessed to have that blow up.
I'm going to have a Facebook ads contractor and a content social media manager that I'll find through LinkedIn or Google. I'll vet them through their reviews if they have any.
We would look through contractors through the Facebook community, Branding Boss Babes. That's how we would vet. These women are already on there with social proof and customer testimonials, and also we can look at their work that they've already done.
I'm a big fan of an app called Invoices. It takes payments for me. It is in my cash register and on my phone. And then it creates reports that are managed by Damo as well. My name is Giselle Henderson. What I do at the Max Sauce Factory is help people take ideas and turn them into tangible products. Something where you can communicate to a person, hey, this is who I am, and this is what I'm trying to get out to you. My son's 9 and my daughter's 7. I learn a lot from them just as they do from me. So I'm a big kid. I'm an outdoors woman. I go fishing a lot. I'm an adrenaline junkie. Anytime I have away from work, I want to live life. I don't want to just exist. I want to live.
In the conversation with Brittany, we really talked about how to use technology that makes sense for where our customers are. We work with educators, we work with program directors. So she wanted us to make sure that we're focusing on technology that made sense for where they live.
What I would say, what I've been able to learn about trying to get some of my programs into a college is that it's your approach. And with schools and the education system, it's all about what is your credibility. They want to know, do they already have some type of relationship with you, with debt? They want to know that as well. They also want to know, are you affiliated with maybe someone that they're affiliated with? They always have different partnerships every single year, and it changes. So it may benefit you to also look at their website to see who are their partners this year. Create a pitch when you're trying to get that first knock on the door to talk to somebody to say, hey, I've worked with them, or this is a module that we're really focusing on that's part of our mission, something like that.
What do you need that you don't have currently in your tech stack as an operator?
Yeah, so the most important thing that we have is our CRM. It does a large majority of what we need, and there's a lot of integrations.
Which is your CRM?
We're using Keep, formerly Infusionsoft.
Okay.
So what we need actually is the thing that most business owners need. We need more team because we don't get more time, right? My name's Dante White. I'm the CEO of Opuous, and I'm based out of Denver, Colorado. So what Opuous does, pronounced like octopus, is we are a technology advisory company and procurement specialist. Think of us kind of like the Amazon of tech services. So what we do essentially is we really simplify the business technology spend, right? We find the contracts they have existing, help them maintain, help them grow, figure out what's going to be the best tools for their business. And if you need additional help, we've got a network of engineers nationwide that have decades of experience. So outside of work, I'm a father. I have a 9-year-old son. Love spending lots of time with him. Him and my partner will go skating. We love to skate. We love to go play video games at arcades. I mean, you can find me going to discos, all kinds of fun stuff. I really, really love to cook. So that's kind of how I use my decompression at the end of the day. It's kind of my meditative practice. Go in there with a nice sharp blade, chop some stuff up, and then create my art, which is love and how I feed people.
Man, it was really cool today. Definitely conversational. I mean, I've definitely heard that she can be rather in-your-face-ish about a few different things, but it was nice hearing her suggestions. I loved it.
How are you automating the roofing business? What tech are you using for it?
So like before, I was trying to figure out how I'm gonna hit my ads and stuff. Drips and I mean really LinkedIn. I've been missing the boat on so many freaking things right now. I get a lot of referrals because of the work I do. I've really just been generating home to home. I'm not a fan of Angie's leads and a whole bunch of those shitty ones because the leads aren't nearly what they should be.
Okay, this is where you need to pour your money into, all right?
Gotcha.
You need to go get an SEO agency, okay? SEO, not a marketing agency. SEO agency, okay?
My buddy's been yelling at me to do this.
In 3 to 6 months, you're gonna be one of the top 5 in your area and you'll have leads for the rest of your life. Bro, it's only 500 to maybe 1,500 a month. If you're a service-based business and you aren't pouring money into SEO, you're literally just leaving money on the table.
I agree.
A smart plumber, a smart HVAC guy, that's how you do it. Okay, so you need to invest in SEO.
Right now, it seems like you've solved kind of the logistics problem. Is there another issue like lead generation or sales, for example?
Yeah, maybe the lead generation I probably have to focus on more. I do have a Facebook ad that runs for like $5 a day. I need to get better at updating that. But I also will go into the free sites on Facebook and the community sites, and you can just post something for free.
Right.
So I pick usually a funny meme and then did you know there really is a poop fairy? And that gets their attention.
That's funny.
Hi, my name is Sarah from Litchfield Park, Arizona, and I run a business called The Poop Fairy. We offer weekly, bi-weekly, one-time cleanups. We go to a house in the backyard, clean it, and deodorize, and that's about it. Outside of this, I still work full-time as a nurse in the operating room at my hospital. I also like to craft. I make all the company shirts for us, so that saves us money too. I have all my dogs. I also wrote a children's book that got published a couple months ago.
Farhan was, I really enjoyed interacting with him. He was very, I guess you could say polite, but just a genuine person. I brought up that I'm my own bottleneck and I really want to get some processes in place with tech and with people.
At what point did I decide to get away from the day-to-day operations? It was when I think I found myself not being my best self, just in general, at home or with my team. So for me, it started with revenue automations. How do I get these bookings? And then I discussed that channel management that allowed me to list everywhere. Once I got that set up, then it was about how to deliver on that revenue. And that's more of an operational thing. And then it became about, by the way, my client focus changed from the guest because I felt like they were taken care of. Whenever we had a property, we would get bookings. We had the good system set up. So now I don't need to scale from a guest perspective. I need to scale on a property owner perspective. They became my customer.
Okay. I think the biggest myth that all entrepreneurs could potentially get trapped with is that growth is always good. And growth is good at the right time and understanding and recognizing that. because very quickly you can get into an unhealthy place, or you can have super successful growth and you kind of plateau, and then what's your next move? Where do you move your king to next? And that's the challenge of any growth, is once that wave comes and you can catch the wave, great. Then what are you doing when you're up on that wave?
All right, well, I guess there's not much more to say. This is our last night, and this is a fun exercise. Without further ado, judges, come on out. Mess hall.
I'm so excited, I'm all sweaty, I'm super nervous, and I'm just worried I'm gonna get up there and freeze and forget everything.
Cue actual.
It's 2 in a row for me, which just feels amazing. It's so exhilarating, the energy in the room. Really excited about it. I really knew this stuff, the technology piece, so it's kind of my wheelhouse, but it was really awesome that the judges recognized that my skill set was in this place, and I got selected to be on the blocks.
Your creative concierge.
It's so hard to not doubt yourself when you're losing day after day after day, but I held strong. I knew it was going to come, and here it is.
Oromar Consulting.
My nerves are a little, they want to tell me that I forgot everything. They want to tell me that I don't remember what I learned today, but I have to just remember that it's all inside of me, that I already know it, that I already am who I am up until this point.
Purity Skins, there we go.
Super exciting that I won, but it's day 5, so it's like the end of this like really long, exciting week. So I'm kind of all over the place.
Go Digital Hero.
I am terrified. I'm super nervous, but confident at the same time. Today's topic and this week has definitely built some confidence in me. But again, once the lights are in your face, the camera's in your face, and you're in front of your peers, it gets a little nerve-wracking.
Smiley Aesthetics.
Screwing it up so bad yesterday was not a lot of fun. So it was really exciting to get a topic today that really is my jam, logistics, operations, all that type of stuff, to have Mary support me and let me get up there again even after I totally botched it last night, was really validating and fun. And yeah, it's fun.
Well, this is what it all comes down to. All the exercises, all of the consults, all of it culminates. Here it is. The winners of the blocks